Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Advanced. The 1980 postseason is on the air. We are at Royal Stadium. This is game one of the American League Division Series between the Oakland Athletics and the Kansas City Royals. The Athletics coming off a victory over the Texas Rangers. The Oakland Athletics are the wild card champions for 1980 in the American League. The Royals were the number one seed in the American League, and they get to host the wild card series champions for games 1, 2, and 5. So this is the third division series of this round, and we'll see what happens tonight as the Swinging A's will take on the R's. And this could be a very interesting matchup. The Athletics do have pretty good pitching. The Royals may have the better lineup, but we'll see how this goes. Tonight. Jim Doyle and Philip Reynolds are first to join us here at Royal Stadium. This is the first time we've been to Royal Stadium. Actually, we were never here during the regular season, and now we finally get here in the postseason. And we'll see how this stadium acts with the rest of the group. And the Oakland Athletics, of course, coming off the wild card championship, and now they got to host. Now they got to go play the Royals, and this should be a very interesting series. At least I hope so, as anything can happen here at Inside Pitch. So, without further ado, it is time to play some more postseason baseball. So let's get right to it. Starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals, their number one starter, and he gets a standing ovation at Royal Stadium. Larry No-Hitter Gura. 18 wins, 10 losses, a 2.95 ERA. This is the first appearance of Larry Gura since the no-hitter on the network. Larry Gura gets a standing ovation from Royal Stadium for a no-hitter. First ever no-hitter in Inside Pitch Advanced or Inside Pitch history. The only other no-hitter I had was Bill Swift in payoff pitch. Of course, that's Steeler fans' favorite player of all time. We are at Royal Stadium. This is a pitcher's park. -3 to strikeouts, -1 to walks. No chances of robbing a home run here at all. So, the Athletics coming to Kansas City. Larry Gura on the mound for the first time since the no-hitter. What will happen tonight? Can he get a second one? Well, we'll see how the dice goes. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Athletics, left fielder, Ricky Henderson. He was 2 for 4 in the first game in the wild card. We're going to use blue, white, and white dice. Royals are the home team. Not an empty seat anywhere here at Royal Stadium. Gura tips his cap to the crowd, acknowledging the no-hitter. Now it's time to pitch some really meaningful games. Let's get this ALDS underway. Gura, 7-3, strikeout, 15 is high. Henderson, 5-4, and that's going to be a base hit to center field, and there goes the no-hitter right then and there. So Henderson will get a single, he'll head to first. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Dwayne Murphy. He was 1 for 4 in the wild card game. Infield a double play. Henderson, of course, is a threat. Keough baseball fan joins us here at Royal Stadium. And Henderson is, well, he's going. 16 -1 is 15. And Porter -1 is 14. And Henderson is safe. That'll be the third stolen base for Ricky Henderson in this postseason. I am going to keep track of that. So Henderson does steal second base. Strategy roll, that is a 12. This time he'll stay there. Gura, 8-6 against the lefty. That's an auto out, and that's a ground ball to short. And that's going to be hit to UL Washington. And the throw will go to first for the out. Henderson will take third. Grounder to short, but Henderson moves to third, 1 out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Mitchell Page. He was 2 for 4 in the wild card. Henderson on at first. They're going to call the infield in early, and that is a 3. And Henderson does not get a chance to steal home. I don't know if I'll try that one time with him, but we'll see. Gura will pitch. 5-6. It's a blank. Page. A 6-2. And there is a runner in scoring position. That's a base hit to right field. A 1-7. Gura will turn that into an out. That's a 12. He won't do it. That's a single. Henderson will come in and walk home. He will score, and the Athletics take a quick 1-0 lead. RBI single by Mitchell Page, and puts the A's on the board. And that will bring up the first baseman, Jeff Newman. He was 0 for 3 in the wild card. Back to double play depth. Royals already lead 1-0. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Page will stay put. Gura, 4-6. Range play 13. That's a 6. Yes. Newman, 2-4. It's a ground ball to short. That's a range play to UL Washington. His range is a 5. He's got it. And will he turn a double play? That's a 3. The answer is no. 3 plus 4, hit to short plus 1, and Gura plus 1 will make a 5. And the only play he has is going to be the first. So Page will get to second base. The throw goes to first for out number 2. I'm kind of thinking on range plays, a chance for a double play. I sometimes wonder about that. I may have to ask Chris, because on range plays, if he's got to make a play on the ball, I think it'd be difficult to get a turn a double play. But I might have to ask him on that. Anyway, that's just that. I'm not going to do anything with it. That'll bring up the third baseman, Wayne Gross. He was 0 for 4 in the wild card. So Page on at second, and he will stay there. Gura, 3-3, hit by pitch. 10 is too high. Gross, a 7-6, and against the lefty. Gross is going to put one into center field, and that's going to be a double. Page will come across from second. He will score. And already the Athletics lead 2-0. Stadium groans. RBI double by Wayne Gross. And the fans are saying, hey, where's the pitcher that pitched the no-hitter? Next batter is the right fielder, Tony Armas. He was 2 for 4 in the wild card. Ben Witz joins us here at Royal Stadium. Strategy roll, Gross will stay put. Gura, 5-2. That's a pitcher result. That's an 18. It'll be a blank. Armas, 4-3. And that's a fly to center field. And that'll be grabbed by Amos Otis. And he'll make the catch, retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, a stolen base. And we go to the bottom of the first. Yes, no hitter for Larry Gura this time. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics, their number 2 starter, Matt Keough. He had a good year. 16 wins, 13 losses, but a 2.92 ERA, making his first appearance of the postseason. Leading off for the Royals, left fielder Willie Wilson, 326 average, 3 homers, 49 RBIs, and 80. This Royals lineup is pretty darn good. Keough will pitch. Keough, 6-8, strikeout. That'll miss. Wilson, 7-1. It's a ground ball to third, handled by Wayne Gross. And Gross will take care of it for out number 1. Here's the designated hitter, Hal McRae, 297 average, 14 homers, 83 RBIs that year. Keough, 5-1. That's an auto out to fly to center field. Dwayne Murphy says he'll take it. And he will for out number 2. And now the third baseman, one of the greatest of all time. And some people say the greatest third baseman, but I still prefer Schmidt. Mr. George Brett, 390 average, 24 homers, 118 RBIs, and 80. One of his best seasons. Keough will deal. 7-8, walk, 19 is high. Brett, a 5-5, and that's a ground ball to short. Getting over there is Mario Guerrero, and he will take it and toss it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Royals. 2-0 after 1. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Athletics is the catcher, Mike Heath. Heath was 1 for 4 in the wild card. Pitch from Gura. 8-7. That's a blank. Heath. 4-7. And that's a fly ball to center field. Easy play for Amos Otis. And he will get it for the out. Next up is the shortstop, Mario Guerrero. He was 2 for 3 in the wild card. Pitch from Gura. A 7-3 strikeout. That's too high. Guerrero, 6-5. And that's an infield single to third. Brett's going to charge it. He won't have a play, and Guerrero is safe. First hit of the game for Guerrero. And now the second baseman, Rob Piccolo. He was 1 for 4 in the wild card. Infielder double play, and Guerrero is staying put. Gura, 8-2, walk, 9. That will miss. Piccolo, 4-6, and it's a ground ball to first. That's a 19, and that's a 10. That's going to be a 3. I don't have to do anything more than that. That's a 3-6-3 double play, and that'll retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Athletics, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. Starting for the Royals is the catcher, Darryl Porter. 249 average, 7 homers, 51 RBIs, and 80. Keough will deal. 6-2. Range play 12. That's an 11. Yes. Porter, 7-5. It's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Tony Armas. He was pretty good. His range is a 6. He's got it. 1 out. Fly out to right. Nice play by Armas. And now the first baseman, Willie Aikens. 278 average, 20 homers, 98 RBIs, and 80. Keough, 4-4, strikeout 6, swing and a miss. Struck him out. He will go ahead and get Aikens. That is the first strikeout for Keough. He had 121 of them that year. And here's the center fielder, one of the more underrated players in baseball history. Amos Otis, 251 average, 10 homers, 53 RBIs. Underrated player. I put him in the Hall of the Very Good. Keough, 4-6. That's an auto out. It is a fly to right. Grabbing over there is Armas. And that'll be another 1-2-3 inning on the Royals. Still 2-0 for the A's after 2. Keough off to a good start. On to the third. And leading off, of course, is the greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history, Rickey Henderson. He singled and stole a base like he probably will be doing a lot of. Gura, 3-5 against a righty. That is a possible home run. Henderson against the lefties, a 9. With nobody on base, -2 makes him a 7. And that is a 2. And guess where that ball wound up? Probably somewhere in the fountains in that stadium. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Rickey Henderson. Stadium groans. First home run of the postseason for Henderson. He had 9 of them in 80. Not really much power, but he does get one there. Oh, yeah, he hits home runs as well. Here's Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 1. Fans here are saying, hey, Larry, hey, who are you? They're screaming at the pitcher. Who are you and what did you do with Larry Gura? Gura will pitch. 7-6, blank. Murphy. 2-6. That is an auto out. The fly to center field. Easy play for Otis. And that is out number 1. The fans are saying, we want the pitcher that pitched against the Orioles that day. Here's Page. Page got a single his first time up. Craig Scarborough joins us here at Royals Stadium. Gura will deal. 3-7. That's at the park. Royals Stadium. 8-5. And against the lefty, that's going to be a base hit past second. Mitchell Page will get a single. It's the second hit of the game. Next up is Newman. Newman is 0 for 1. Hey, Craig, any news on any new seasons that, remember, I did say that Chris was working on 1975 and 1972. Has he sent you anything to check so far? Even though I'm not expecting those seasons until April. Infielder double play, you can tell me. That is a 1. Page gets the jump. 13 minus 1 is 12. Porter minus 1 is 11. Let's see. You know what? Newman can hit home runs. I'm going to call that off right now. David Vega joins us here at Royal Stadium. Gura, 8-5. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 4-3. And that's a line drive right back to the pitcher. That's out number 1. That's a 17. I believe Page will get back, and he will. Page gets back on a line out right to Gura. He gloves it, and Page dives back to first, and that'll be the second out. 2 down. Here's Gross. Gross got to double his first time up. For 72, be going through a 400-year run tonight. Okay. So, yes, people, inside pitch advance 1975 and 1972 is coming soon, guys. He's working. Chris Davis is working, getting some inside pitch advanced seasons out to you. I know 75 is going to be a great seller. Strategy roll for Page. He'll stay put. Gura, 6-8. Range play at the park. Royal Stadium, 5-5. And let's see, Gross is a lefty. And that's a foul pop-up to third base. Going after that is Brett. It's in the foul territory. His range is a 6. And he'll make the catch near the screen, and that'll retire the side. Foul out to third. 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by Ricky Henderson. And we go to the bottom of the third. Yep, 75 is coming, an inside pitch advance, as well as 72. He said he would do both because the players are mostly similar from both seasons. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Royals is the right fielder, Clint Hurdle. 294 average, 10 homers, 60 RBIs, and 80. I figure 72 and 75 will be his seasons for April. His season for May will probably be the season that we will get from the season selection show. Keough, 5-7, strikeout, got him. Keough on a hot streak. That is another strikeout for Keough. That is his second. That is his second. 1 out. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Frank White. 264 average, 7 homers, 60 RBIs, and 80. Keough, 7-1, error on a throw. White, 8-2. That's a ground ball to short. That ball has hit the Guerrero. His error rating is an 8. That's an 18. He'll make a good throw to first for out number 2. So now 2 down. And here's the shortstop, UL Washington. 273 average, 6 homers, 53 RBIs that year. Keough will deal. Keough, 5-2, strikeout 11. That will miss. Washington, a 5-5, and it's a grounder to second. And that'll be grabbed by Piccolo, and he'll throw it over to first and retires a side. Keough retires the entire Royal side in order. 3-0 A's after 3. We go to the 4th. The thing about it, Ben, is you really can't go back to inside pitch. That's the thing. I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun with inside pitch advanced. I'm sorry. Top of the 4th inning, Tony Master at Armas leads off, and he is 0 for 1. Gura will deal. Gura, 1-2. That's an auto out. It is a grounder to third, and Brett will grab it and throw it over for the out. Next up is Heath. Heath is 0 for 1. Gura will deal. Gura, 1-7 against a righty. Walk. 14 will miss. Heath, a 2-5. And against the lefty, it's a base hit. He'll hit that one pass short. And Heath gets his first hit of the game. The next batter is Guerrero. Guerrero got a single his first time up. But until all the seasons are there, I know. Trust me. I'm telling you. I'm constantly pounding Chris, telling me you got to get seasons out. If he could do just one season a month, I'd be happy. But right now, he's actually doing 2 seasons a month. If he could do 2 seasons a month before the end of this year, he'll have 24 seasons. That's not bad. But I don't think he'll get there because remember, he still has to work on inside blitz. He's got to work on inside the paint, inside the crease. Chris is a busy guy. I wish I could help him. Infield a double play depth. Strategy roll. Heath will stay put. Gura, 6-8. Range play at the park. Royal Stadium, 1-2. And Guerrero's a righty. It's a grounder right back to Gura. Gura's range is a 7. He's going to automatically make the range play because range plays evaded home are automatic. The question is, does he turn a double play? And I'm going to leave the 20, and yeah, he's going to turn it. That is going to be a 1-4-3 double play, and that'll retire the side. So no runs and a hit for the A's as Guerrero grounds out into the 1-4-3. And the inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. He's adamant about getting not only the macro, but the micro stats right. That's why he's so good, guys. That's why Chris Davis, I'm worried. If anything happens to him, who's going to take over the game? Top of the order for the Royals. Here's Willie Wilson. He's 0-for-1. Matter of fact, every Royal batter is 0-for-1. Keough, 3-3 against the switch left. Strikeout. 17 will miss. Wilson, 2-1. That's a single. He hits a slow roller to second base. That'll get grabbed by Keough. It's an infield single, and Wilson will hold. First hit of the game for the Royals, and the batter is McCray. Joe Rocchino joins us here at Royal Stadium. McCray is 0-for-1, infield double play. Wilson had 79 steals. That's a 3. He gets the jump, and I'm sending him. 18 minus 1 is 17. Heath minus 2 is 15, and he's safe. Wilson's going to go ahead and steal a base. It'll be his first stolen base of the game. Takes away the double play. Now Wilson on at second. A chance here for the Royals to maybe get a run. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Wilson stays put. Keough will pitch. Keough, 3-3 against a righty. That is a possible home run. Against a righty, that is a possible home run. Against a righty, McCray is a 16. Minus 4 with runners on base makes him a 12. It won't matter. That's a 9. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Hal McCray. Stadium cheers. Yay! 2-run bomb by Hal McCray. It's now 3-2. We got a game again. As Matt Keough pitched him a meatball and McCray turned that into lasagna. Here's Brett. Brett is 0-for-1. Still no one out in the bottom of the 4th. Now a 3-2 game. Keough, 1-6 against the lefty. Strikeout. And nope, that's going to miss. Brett didn't strike out much against righties. Brett, 6-2. Fly ball to center. Dwayne Murphy will come under it and get it for the out. Next batter is Porter. Porter is 0-for-1. Keough will deal. Keough, 1-4. Hit by pitch. That 9's going to miss. Porter, 6-8. And that's an infield single. Actually, that's not really an infield single. That's a single past second base. There are no runners in scoring position, so the hit will stand. So a base hit for Porter. His first hit of the ball game. And now the batter is Akins. Akins is 0-for-1. Infield set for double play. Porter really not a threat to do anything, and he will not. Keough deals. 2-6. Range play 13. That's a 14. No. Akins, 8-6. That's a grounder right back to Keough. That's a grounder back to the pitcher. That's a 12. And hit to the pitcher, -2 is a 10. And then Keough is a -3, which will make him a 7. And that's not going to be a double play. He is going to get Porter at second base, and Akins will make it to first, 2 outs. So there is no double play on that one. That'll go as a fielder's choice because Keough does not have much in double play chances. Here's Otis. Otis is 0 for 1. Akins not really a threat to do anything, and he will stay put. Keough, 7-3, walk, 10, and ball 4. He walked him. He will walk Otis, and now the tying run is at second base. And that is the first walk given up by Keough. He had 91 of them in 80, a little bit wild. And now here's Hurdle. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Royal Stadium. Runners at first and second now. Hurdle, the batter, is 0 for 1. 3-2 A's, game 1 of this ALDS. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Keough, 7-4, strikeout. And no, that'll be too high. Hurdle, 2-7, and there is a runner in scoring position, so that would be a base hit past first. So a 1-11 will turn that into an out. That is a 4, and that is going to be a grounder to first instead. Keough not bad with runners in scoring position. So that's going to be a grounder to first base instead. Newman will get it. He'll take it to the bag himself and retires aside. So Keough turns a single into an out. But 2 runs on 3 hits and a stolen base and a walk, a 2-run bomb by Hal McRae, his first home run of the postseason, but it's now 3-2 after 4. We go to the 5th. Gura, who pitched pitched my first no-hitter in Inside Pitch Advanced, is not doing that well this time. Rob Piccolo leads off for Oakland. Gura will deal. Piccolo is 0 for 1. Gura, 5-7, error on a booted ball. Piccolo, 1-3. That's a base hit to right field. Right fielder is Hurdle. His error rating is a 19, and he's going to boot that ball. That's going to be a booted ball. Piccolo goes to second automatically. He'll hold at second base. I don't have to go any further than that because the blue die is going to be higher than the run rating. So he will get to second. That will be a single and an error. That's going to be an E9 on Hurdle. First error on the Royals, which allows Piccolo to go to second. That could be a bad error. And now, of course, here is Ricky. Ricky is 2 for 2, a single and a bomb. Piccolo on at second, and he will stay there. Gura will deal with Ricky. Gura, 1-1. That's a blank. Henderson, 7-3. That's an infield single to first. That's charged by Akins. He's not going to have a play, and Piccolo goes to third. Henderson gets his 3rd hit of the game, another single. And now runners at the corners and no one out here in the top of the 5th, and here's Murphy. Murphy is 0 for 2. Infield, I think you play corners in here. You got to get some outs. Murphy does hit into some double plays, or do you play the whole infield in? Let's see. Who's my Royals fan in the chat here? What do you think? Infield in or corners? Or straight double play? I wonder here. You got a big run. I mean, it's early here. Jim Doyle says in. Okay. Strategy roll. I will use the infield in chart. That's on the chart here. That's a 14. Nothing happening. Pitch from Gura. 6-8. Range play at the park. Royal Stadium. 8-1. And, well, that doesn't matter. That I don't know. That's actually, well, let's see here. That is a ground ball past first. That's a range play, but the infield is in. So was that an automatic single? Do I still check for a range play? I think I still check for a range play. So I think I still check for, is that an automatic single or does a range play override that? I've not had that yet. Let me check. Because that ain't one, that would be an automatic base hit pass first. But do I still check for a range on that? Range plays leading these outcomes can become unsuccessful with a -3 to range. So I guess I still roll for it. Okay. So I still roll for it. So it's a ground ball pass first. And let's see. The first baseman is Akins. Now, Akins has a range of 3, but it's -3, so it's a 0. However, I still get a chance to roll for a range of 8. The only way Akins gets this is on an 8. Nope, that's a 6. It'll be a base hit. Picholo will come in to score. And Henderson, that's a single pass first. Henderson will make third. Murphy goes to first, and the Athletics have a 4-2 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single for Murphy. And now the batter is Page. Page is 2 for 2. Now 4-2 and still no one out. So, So infield. Now I'm going to switch to corners in. He does hit the double plays. He got to get some outs. He got to try to not limit the damage here. So I'm going to go corners in. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 13. Murphy stays put. Gura will deal. Gura, 6-3 against the lefty. Strikeout. Got him. Boy, he needed that. Big strikeout for Gura, and that is his first. First strikeout for Gura. He had 113 of them in 80, and that's 1 out. Now here's Newman. Newman is 0 for 2. Newman continues to play corners in. 4-2 A's, top of the 5th. Strategy roll. And that's an 8. That is an 18. Nothing happening there. Gura will deal. Gura, 1-5. That's an auto out, and that's going to be a fly ball to right field. That's going to be out number 2. Newman, and let's see, we had to use that. So Newman's sacrifice fly rating is a 13. Henderson won't come in that way. So Henderson will try for his own way to try to score. And that's a 7-8. And it was hit to right field, not center. Henderson holds. Newman can't bring him in. 2 down. So fly to right. And now the batter is Gross. 2 men down. Gross is 1 for 2 with a double. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Gura will deal. Gura, 8-4. Walk, 12. That'll miss. Gross, a 5-8. And Gross comes through with a big-time hit into center field, and that's going to be a double. Henderson will score. Murphy, double to center. Double December, 2-8. And there's going to be a play at the plate. So Murphy coming here. Gross is on at second. Going to be a play at the plate. That's hit to center field. Amos Otis's assist rating is a D. That's a 20, and that's not going to do it. Murphy will come around. He'll be way late. Murphy will score. 6-2 Athletics. Stadium groans. RBI double for Gross. 2 RBI double for him. As he is safe there. No chance by the center fielder Otis. And it's now 6-2 A's. The Royal bullpen is now warming up. And now here's up in Armas. Armas is 0 for 2. Athletics lead 6-2 here, top of the 5th. A win here by the Athletics would be huge. Strategy rolls are still on. Gross, he will stay put. Gura will deal. Gura, 3-7. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 3-3. That's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by White. And White will toss it over to first and retire the side. 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. And the Athletics have a 6-2 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still a long way to go. Fitzmaurice. Frank White leads off for Kansas City. He is 0 for 1. Keough can pitch to 34 batters. And Gura can also pitch to 34 batters, although I have a funny feeling Gura may not get out. The 6th inning could be his last one. Keough will deal. Keough, 4-5. Walk, 12. Too high. White, 4-1. And that is grounder to second base, handled by Keough. And Keough throws it to first for the out. Here's Washington. Washington is 0 for 1. Keough, 2-1. Walk. That'll be ball 4. He will walk Washington. And that is the second walk given up by Keough. And it will bring up Wilson. Wilson, 1 for 2, single and stole a base. Infield set for double play. 6-2 Athletics, bottom of the 5th, game 1 of this ALDS. And that is a 1. Washington gets the jump. I don't think you're down by 4 runs. I really don't think you're stealing here. Keough will deal. Keough, 2-7. Strikeout. He got Wilson. That's a big time. That is a big strikeout there for Keough. That is his third. Third K, 2 down. It'll bring up McCray. McCray hit a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Washington on it first, and he will stay put. Pitch from Keough. Keough, 7-2. Walk, 8. That's too high. McCray, a 7-8 base hit center field. Single to center. Washington, a 2-1. He'll get to third. A 2-1, he'll get to third, and McCray is going to take second on the throw. Because the 5 is higher than the 2. So McCray actually turns that into a double, but it will be a single and extra base. And now Washington gets to third base. So now runners at second and third, the throw to third not in time, and McCray turned on the Jets and took second. And now here's a chance for Brett. Brett is 0 for 2. 2 outs. 6-2 Royals, but Brett, you pitch him a meatball and it's gone. Keough will settle in there. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 7. Keough will pitch. Keough, 2-3, strikeout 4. Wow, that just missed. Brett, 2-4, and it gets the righty. It's a base hit past second, and the Royals are going to get 2 runs. Washington will score. McCray will score. Brett on it first. It's now 6-4. Stadium cheers. Yay! George Brett comes through with a big 2 RBI single to get the Royals within 2. And now the batter is Porter. And Porter 1 for 2 with a single. D. Smith joins us here at Royal Stadium. 2 outs here, 6-4 now. Strategy roll for Brett, and he'll stay where he is. Keough will pitch. Keough, 2-5, it's a blank. Porter, 1-7, and it's a single to right field. Porter gets a hit. Does Brett take third? 2-8, and let's see. 2-8, no. His base running rating is a 7. It needs to be an 8 in order to get the third. He will hold. So Brett will hold at second base as right fielder Armas gunned it in there. Third straight hit for the Royals. A chance now for Akins. Akins is 0 for 2. Still 2 outs. The A's lead 6-4. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 3. Brett stays put. Keough trying to get out of the inning. Keough, 7-5 against the lefty. That's a blank. Akins, 6-5, and it's a fly ball to right. And easily Tony Armas will get to that one, and he'll make the catch, retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. But the Royals are still down by 2. It's 6-4 after 5. We go to the 6th. Leading off for the Athletics will be Mike Heathbar, and he's 1 for 2 with a single. Gura's let's see, his pull rating, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's a little bit above his pull rating. I don't think I still don't think they would yank him just yet. This is 1980, not 2026. He's above his pull rating. Let me see. Jim Doyle, what do you think? Let Gura pitch another inning? I know Heath bars are delicious. I agree. And I let him pitch another inning, maybe Jim Doyle. He's past his pull rating. No, you want me to yank him? You want me to yank him? Okay, I'll yank him. So we'll bring on a righty then. So that's going to be it for Gura. He's going to leave with the L. So he's going to get yanked, and we'll see a new pitcher for the Royals. It will be a righty with the most middle innings, and that will be, won't be Quisenberry, though. It's going to be Marty Patton. 4 wins, 4 losses, no losses, 4 saves, a 3.64 ERA. Marty Patton will come on to pitch. It's his first appearance of the postseason, and he can pitch to 11. So Larry Gura, who pitched a no-hitter on my board in this 1980 season, my first ever no-hitter, gets chased in the 6th. Patton will pitch to Heath. Patton, 4-5 against a righty, strikeout, no. Heath, a 1-3, and that's an auto out to fly to center field. Handled easily by Otis, and he'll make the catch for the out. Next batter is Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 2 with a single. Patton will pitch. Patton, 6-1, it's blank. Guerrero, 6-1, fly ball to left. And Willie Wilson will mosey on towards the line, but he'll get it for the second out. And now Piccolo. Piccolo is 1 for 2, got a double. Patton. Blood and guts Patton. 8-2. That's an auto out. It's a ground ball to first. It'll be handled by Akins. Akins will take it to bag himself. And that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the A's. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Keough will stay on the mound. Leading off for the Royals will be Amos Otis. Otis is 0 for 1 with a walk. A win here by the A's would be huge, just like the Orioles getting the win over the Yankees in Game 1 of that ALDS. Keough, 1-8, strikeout, and no, that's going to miss. Otis, a 6-5, it's a ground out to short. Easily played by Guerrero, over to first it goes. Here's Hurdle. Hurdle is 0 for 2. Keough will deal. 1-5, error on a grounder. Hurdle, 5-7, and that's a double. Hurdle hits a double into right field. There won't be an error. That'll be collected there by Armas, and Hurdle goes to second base. Double to right. That's his first hit of the game. And now we'll bring up White. Just remember, Royal spelled backwards Slayer until we meet again. Hurdle on at second. White now at bat. He is 0 for 2. Keough suddenly has run out of gas a little bit here, but he's still got time. 6-4 in favor of the swinging A's. Strategy roll for Hurdle. And he's staying put. Keough will pitch. 1-5, error on a grounder. White, 7-7, that's popped up. Pop fly ball to third, and Wayne Gross says, I will take it. Infield fly rule, 2 down. And now here's Washington. Washington walked his last time up. He's 0 for 1. Keough settling in there. Keough will deal. Strategy roll. Hurdle stays put. Keough, 4-7. And that's an automatic out. It's a fly to center. Grabbing that is Murphy. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit. A's lead 6-4 after 6. We go to the 7th. Marty Patton will stay on the mound. And leading off for the Athletics, Ricky Henderson. He is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a bomb. Patton will pitch. Patton, 3-7 against the righty. Strikeout, no. Henderson, 2-4, powers one into center field. That's a 6, and against the righty, it's a double. Henderson now gets a double, leadoff double. He'll go to second. He's now a triple short of the cycle. Ricky Henderson is 4 for 4. As he is just, he's not too bad. Henderson on at second base. The batter is Murphy. And Henderson, he has a stolen base in this game. He's got 3 so far for the postseason. I am keeping track of that. Strategy roll. That is a 2. Henderson gets the jump to go to third. I really don't think he needs to do that, but 16 minus 1 is 15, and Porter minus 1 is 14. He does get the jump to go to third. Craig Scarborough says, go. Murphy's a good hitter, though. A good hitter. David Vega says go. Said you have to go. 16 minus 1 is 15, and Porter minus 1 is 14. I really don't want to do it, but a 1 to 14, he is safe. And he is. Just got under the tag with a 12. Henderson steals third. That's his 4th stolen base of the postseason. And now the infield's got to play in. Reroll the strategy. That's an 11. No, Henderson is not stealing home. Patton will pitch. Patton, 2-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Murphy, 4-6. And that's a ground ball to second base. That's a grounder to second. That's a 19. And Ricky with a 6. And I am using the chart. The infield is in. So with a 6, they're going to add a couple. You're going to add 2, which will make that a 20. And that's going to be, they got no play. They got no play. That is a 20. That's going to be a 20. And that doesn't matter. That's not going to be a play. That's a ground ball to second. They got no chance to get Henderson. He will score. Murphy is out at first at 7-4 A's. Stadium groans. And that goes as a fielder's choice. But a ground ball to second, it will score the run. And now the A's have a 7-4 lead. And now the batter is Page. There is one out. It does say runner on third scores, batter out with a 20, which it was. Didn't matter where it was hit to. Pretty much anytime you roll a 19 or a 20, a 19, anything on a chart, it's not going to matter. So now 7-4 A's. And now here's Page. Page is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Patton will deal. Patton, 1-7. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 8-1. That's a ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Akins. He'll take it to the bag himself for the second out. And now here's Newman. Newman is 0 for 3. 2 men down. Patton deals. Patton, 4-6. Walk, 19. That's going to miss. Newman, a 2-6. It's a fly ball to center. And Amos Otis will collect that one, make the catch, and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. A stolen base by Ricky Henderson is 4th. And right now, the Royals really don't have much of an answer for this A's team. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget. Tomorrow night, we have only one more division series to start, and that will be tomorrow night. We go back to the senior circuit for game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Montreal Expos and the Houston Astros. David Palmer will be pitching for the Expos, and Vern Rule is going to get the number 1 start for the Astros. It was a bit of a tough call, but Rule was actually their best pitcher in terms of ERA. So the Expos and the Astros, game 1 of the NLDS tomorrow night, Palmer against Rule here on the network. Actually, I'm not gargling Listerine. I'm actually getting some, some Simply Lemonade. Bottom of the 7th here, Keough, he can still pitch to some, he's still got plenty left in the tank. Top of the order for the Royals, here's Willie Wilson. And he's 1 for 3 with a single. A win here by the A's would be gigantic. Keough will go ahead and pitch. Keough, 8-1, walk, 16, that'll miss. Wilson, 5-3, base hit right past the pitcher. And Wilson leads off with a single. That's Wilson's second hit of the ball game. And now the batter is McCray. McCray is 2 for 3, a single and a bomb. Infield a double play depth. Wilson's got speed, and he does not get the jump. Keough will pitch. Keough, 8-2, error on a booted ball. McCray, 8-5, and that's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Wayne Gross. His error rating is an 11. That's a 9, and he's going to boot it, and everyone's going to be safe. Wayne Gross boots that ball. And that is a big error on Gross. First error on the Athletics. That's an E5. And now runners at first and second, and here comes Brett. Brett is 1 for 3 with a single. Infield is a double play depth. A big error there by Gross. Keough looking at Gross and said, come on, man, it was right there. Wilson on at second, McCray on at first. Strategy, and that's a 19. Nothing happening. Keough will go ahead and deal. Keough, 2-2. That's at the park. Royal Stadium, 2-7. And it's a ground ball to second. The infield is a double play depth that's not in. Ground ball to second. That is a 3. That's not going to be a double play. So 3 + 1 is 4. Keough -3 is a 1. The only play they're going to have is the first. Wilson gets the third. McCray gets the second. They'll get the shore out. 1 down. Wow. Wilson and runners will move up. And that's a grounder to second, and the runners will move. And that is it there. And now the batter is Porter. Porter is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Do you play infield in? Yeah, I think you do. I think you do play infield. Do you play infield in here, Craig Scarborough? Do you play infield in or do you play back? What do you think there, Craig? I don't know. You seem to be rooting for the A's here, so I don't know. Play for the out. So stay back. You say stay back, or what do you think? Stay back? Back. Okay. So if they all right. So Wilson on at third, McRae on at second. Keough will pitch, strategy roll, and nothing on the 5. Keough will go ahead and deal. Keough, 2-6, range play 13. That's a 16. No. Porter, 8-6, and you know what? It was a good thing you decided to play back. And 8-6 is a line out right to third. That is out number 2. That's a 5, and that's hit to third base. Gross has got it, throws to second, a double off McRae, and the inning is over. If the infield was in, that's a base hit. That is a line drive to third. That is a 5 and a 3 and a 3-6. The runner on second is doubled off, and they get out of it. An L5-6 double play. Stadium barfs. Yeah. An L5-6 double play. Line out right to third, glove by Gross. He throws to Guerrero, who was covering second. And that'll do it. Wow. So let's see here. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Stay 7-4 after 7. The Royals get nothing. Good day, sir. Amazing how these dice roll. We go to the top of the 8th. Patton can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. Wayne Gross is the batter. They'll let Patton stay out there. This is 1980, not 2026. Patton will go ahead. Gross is having a good night, though. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Pitch from Patton. 1-2. Error on a booted ball. Gross. 4-2. Fly ball to right. Easy play there for Hurdle. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. Next batter is Armas. Armas is 0 for 3. Patton will deal. Patton, 7-8, walk, ball 4. He walked him. So walk to Armas. He'll trot to first. And now here's Heathbar. Heath is 1 for 3 with a single. Infield a double play. Strategy rolls are now off. Patton will pitch. Patton, 1-2, error on a booted ball. Heath, 2-6. And there are no runners in scoring position. That would be an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly to center field. There won't be an error on a booted ball, as that's going to be caught by Otis for out number 2. So 2 outs. And now here's Guerrero. Guerrero is 1 for 3 with a single. Armas on it first. Patton will deal. Patton, 2-6 against a righty. Strikeout 3. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He got Guerrero. Guerrero is an 8. -3 is a 5. That's a 3, and he got Guerrero. And Patton gets the job done. Nothing across except the walk. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Keough can pitch to 3 more batters before he tires, if that's what you're asking. Willie Aikens leads off for the Royals. He is 0 for 3. Not many pitchers in the A's bullpen because the starters usually went. Bob Lacey is really the main lefty closer. Jeff Jones is the righty closer. The bullpen, though, for this A's team doesn't suck. This A's bullpen does not suck. Keough will go ahead and pitch to Aikens. Probably this is maybe his last inning. 7-4 A's. Doug Hunt joins us here at Royal Stadium. Keough will deal. Keough, 3-1, strikeout 11. That will miss. Akins, 7-5. That's a fly ball to center. Dwayne Murphy will grab it. He'll make the catch for the out. 1 down. Here's Otis. Otis is 0 for 2 with a walk. Keough, he will pitch. Keough, 3-8. Range play 13. That's an 11. Yes. Otis, 8-7. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. That's a range play for Ricky Henderson. His range is a 7. And, of course, we roll an 8. And that's going to be, that's no chance of a double there. That's going to be a base hit. So Otis will go ahead and get a single off of Ricky. Range of a 7. As usual, I always roll an 8 when I say that. And it's a base hit for Otis. And now here's Hurdle. Hurdle is 1 for 3 with a double. Infield a double play depth, but the strategy rolls are off. Otis on it first. Keough will pitch to Hurdle. Keough deals. 3-6. And against the lefty, it's a blank. Hurdle. 4-6. And it's a fly ball to center. Dwayne Murphy will get that. And that is out number 2. And now here's White. Matt Keough is tired. Do I let him pitch against Wright? It's righty on righty. White does not have much home run power. I think you let him pitch. 2 men down. White will bat. Otis on it first. 7-4 A's. Bottom of the 8th inning. Keough will deal. Keough, 5-5. That's a pitcher result. That's a pitcher result. That's a 10 against the righty. It's a blank. White, 1-4. Ground ball to short. That'll be grabbed by Guerrero. He's got it. He'll throw to second to get Otis, and that'll retire the side. No runs and a hit. A's lead 7-4 after 8. We go to the 9th. Leading off for the A's will be Rob Peacholo. He'll bat. Peacholo is 1 for 3, a double. And Patton, he is tired. That's going to be it for Patton. Peacholo, they're going to bring in a new pitcher. So the Royals will bring in a new pitcher. And you got righties coming up here. So we'll see a righty with late innings. And it will be not much to choose from in righties, but I think it's going to be Martin, isn't it? I don't think you'd bring in Quisenberry in this situation. I really don't. I mean, you could. No, Quisenberry would probably be used. Coming on to pitch for the Royals will be Dan Quisenberry. 12 wins, 7 losses, 33 saves, a 3.16 ERA. He's the best righty they've got left in the bullpen. They're going to use him. He had 75 appearances, so he was usually used pretty much almost once every other game, and that's good enough for me. So Dan Quisenberry will make his first appearance, the quiz, of this postseason. Quisenberry will go ahead and pitch to Peacholo. Peacholo will bat. Quisenberry with the deal. Quisenberry, 6-7. That's a blank. Peacholo, 4-3. Fly ball to left. Grabbed by Willie Wilson. And that's out number 1. Next batter is Ricky. Ricky is 4 for 4. A single, 2 singles, a double, and a bomb. Ricky is a triple short of the cycle. Quisenberry will go ahead and pitch to him. Quisenberry, 8-5, walk, 9. Ball 4, he walked him. He goes ahead and walks Henderson. And Henderson is on base for the 5th time tonight. The batter now is Murphy. I know I should steal with him, but their strategy rolls are off. I will follow my own rule. Strategy rolls are off. I'm not going to send Ricky. I don't think they would anyway here. Although I know he had so many attempts. I'm not gonna. I know everyone wants me to send him. I'm not gonna. I can't do it. Got to go by the rule. Quisenberry will pitch. Quisenberry 5-1. It's a blank. Murphy 8-8. Base hit past first. Actually, past the pitcher. My bad. Base hit past Quisenberry, and that's going to easily move Henderson over to third. Murphy gets a single, and now big runs in scoring, a big run in scoring position. Murphy gets his second hit of the game. And now the batter is Page. Page is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. They got to play the infield in. Henderson on at third. Murphy on at first. Quisenberry on the mound here for the Royals to try to keep it a 7-4 game. Doesn't look good right now. Quisenberry deals. Quisenberry 4-2. Range play at the park. Royal Stadium 8-2. And again, and a left-handed batter that's a single past third, but it's a range play for George Brett. His range is a 6. And he'll make the play. He'll make the play. Now his range is a 6, so now we got to see what we get here. So let's find out if Henderson, because the infield is in, it's hit the third, and that's going to score a run. That's a 20, and Henderson's going to score. No doubt about that. Nice play there by Brett, but he's got no chance to get Henderson. The throw will go to first to get Page. It's out number 2, but it's now 8-4 A's. Stadium groans. Murphy does go to second. The infield was in. The only play they had was the first. So Murphy goes to second, and Page gets a grounder to third for the out. 2 down. I would like to say this. Ricky Henderson is 4 for 4, 2 singles, a double, and a home run, and walked. He has scored all 5 times. Here's the, if you want to take a look at the book here, real quick. And here's Henderson. He has scored all 5 times. Dang. Murphy on at second. The batter now is Newman. It's now 8-4 A's as the A's get themselves a little bit of insurance. He's got 2 stolen bases. He's got 4 so far for the postseason. Murphy on at second. I'm keeping track of that. Strategy roll. No strategy rolls. Quisenberry will deal. Quisenberry 8-3. And against a righty. Strikeout. And no, that's going to miss. Newman 7-2. And it's a base hit past third. That's going to be a single with 2 outs. Murphy will come around. He will score. It's 9-4. Stadium groans. First hit of the game for Newman. It's an RBI. And now the batter is Gross. And Quisenberry here having a rough 9th inning. And Gross will bat. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Newman on at first. Now a 9-4 A's lead. Quiz will pitch. Quiz 1-2. Error on a booted ball. Gross 5-3. And that's going to be a base hit past short. That's going to be a single. Newman will hold at second base. He will not get to third. And another hit for the A's. Gross now has 3 hits tonight. And now the batter is Armas. Armas is 0 for 3 with a walk. He is the only batter that has not joined the hit parade. Quisenberry can pitch to 9 batters. He's still got left in the tank. I think he's going to have to take it for the rest of the team. 9-4 A's, top of the 9th inning. Newman on at second, Gross on at first. Quisenberry will pitch. Quiz, 5-2. It's a blank. Armas, 6-5. And he will join the hit parade. That's a base hit to left field. Single to left. Does Newman score? 4-4, and yep, he will. He'll advance. Newman will come around. He will score. Gross holds at second. Armas the first. 10-4 A's. Stadium groans. And I think that's it for Quisenberry. An RBI single by Armas gets him on the board. And now every batter in the A's lineup has gotten a hit. We'll see a new pitcher. Mike Heath is the next batter. And coming on to pitch for the Royals is going to be Rennie Martin. 10 wins, 10 losses, 2 saves, a 4.39 ERA. Martin making his first appearance of the postseason. So Rennie Martin will go up against Heath here, as now it's a 10-4 A's lead. Fans here at Royal Stadium already getting set for hoping that game number 2 here will be a big one here. Martin, 6-6, walk, 18, that'll miss. Heath, 2-3, ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Washington. He'll throw to first to get Heath. And that will finally end the inning. 3 runs, 4 hits, and a walk. And the A's have a 10-4 good buddy lead here, going into the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Matt Keough is tired. Leading off for the Royals is UL Washington. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Matt Keough is tired, but with a 6-run lead, I'm going to let him pitch. He gives up a run, he gets yanked. Keough will deal. Keough, 2-4, walk, 10. That's going to miss. Washington is a 10, but -1 will make him a 9. Washington, 5-3, fly ball center field. Dwayne Murphy says he'll get it. And that's out number 1. Here's Wilson. Wilson is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Keough will deal. Keough, 7-3, walk, 7. That will be too high. Wilson, 5-7. That's a grounder to short, handled by Guerrero. And Guerrero tosses it over, 2 down. And the last chance for the Royals will be Hal McRae. McRae is 2 for 4, a single and a bomb, and reached on an error. Keough looking in on McRae. It's a 10-4 lead here for the A's. And it means there that it possibly looks like in the ALDS, both visiting teams are going to win the first game. Keough will pitch. Keough, 2-8, wild pitch. It's a blank. McRae, 2-3, and it's a ground ball to short. Hit there to Mario Guerrero. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The A's will steal one here in Royal Stadium. And they take a 10-4 win here in Royals, and they'll take a 1-0 series lead. Stadium barfs. Yeah. One, two, three, go the Royals. As the A's will take a 1-0 series lead here in Royal Stadium, setting up a must-win Game 2 for Kansas City. Final line score coming up. For the Athletics, 10 runs, 16 hits, and 1 error. A big difference from Larry Gura's no-hitter that I had on the board. For the Royals, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Matt Keough. He will go to 1-0 in the postseason, and he goes the distance with a complete game. Larry Gura will take the loss. He'll drop to 0-1 in the postseason. So that is a victory for the Athletics today, as they will get that win and now have a chance to take a commanding 2-0 lead going back to Oakland Coliseum. Tomorrow night, Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Montreal Expos and the Houston Astros. David Palmer will be pitching for the Expos, and Vern Rule will be pitching for the Astros as we get that series underway. That'll be Game 1 of the NLDS tomorrow night here on the network. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Oakland Athletics crown the Royals. Boy, they got crowned. They win it tonight 10-4. The Oakland Athletics lead this American League Division Series 1-0. See you guys tomorrow night.